jeden Fall, heute sind wir bei CHALÉ Socks. Ich werde dir dann ein paar Fragen stellen. Ihr habt sicher auf meiner Seite gesehen, auf der Instagram-Seite gesehen, dass ich eine Sache gekauft habe und die haben auch für unser Tanaka-Festival haben sie uns ein paar Socken zugeschickt, damit wir sie auch spreaden und supporten. Kennengelernt heute, richtig. Und ich habe ihnen halt ein paar Fragen gestellt zu seinem Unternehmen, wie er dazu gekommen ist, und ich dachte, dass ich euch mitnehme und das werde ich euch jetzt zeigen. Hey guys, today we are at CHALÉ Socks. I'm quite excited about it because today I'm going to take you guys along to the CHALÉ Socks house where everything started, where everything has been going on, and yeah, I'm quite excited for you guys to see the interview. Don't forget to subscribe, comment down below how you liked it, and
yo, anytime she walking, boy, her blessing so bright though. Said she wanna be my friend, baby, come so yeah. My man said she wanna be so fine. So baby girl, pose up for me, yeah, yeah, yeah. Girl, come take a picture, girl, cause I know you, girl.
question will be like, obviously, to introduce yourself, who you are, what you do.
Okay. Hi guys, I'm creative director of CHALÉ Socks.
When did this journey start, and why socks? You guys obviously started with socks.
Yeah, exactly.
So how did it come about? When did it start?
Many people do ask that question, like, you're in Ghana, why you know, socks? How does it relate and all that stuff? So the idea actually came back then when I was working in the corporate field, you know. You know, corporate, you need to dress like corporate, right?
Yeah.
So back then I used to wear a lot of colorful socks because I was working in the school and I was in the marketing department, so you know, graphics guys, they like to be colorful. I was doing graphic design and all that marketing stuff, so I wear socks a lot. And gradually, the more I visit, the more I realized there was usually no African inspired kind of socks, you know, but we have so much motifs that we can use to create or design products, you know, but I don't see any of those things in the line of socks. So I was wondering why, and that's not to say maybe there may not be somewhere, but we didn't have it here. So I find it difficult to keep buying those brands. I thought, okay, maybe we could start something to promote the culture. So that was just how the idea started.
Okay.
Yeah. But it grew beyond that though, but that's how it started, and then we were able to pull together my brother and I, and then we started CHALÉ Socks.
So what was the biggest accomplishment till now?
Biggest accomplishment?
Yeah.
I think it's the brand and its customers.
Okay.
Yeah, I never thought we'll have people who actually, I didn't see it, but it really happened, where we have people now who are like a customer to a brand and they do support us. That for me, that's the greatest achievement. When I see them, where our staff, you know, and sometimes I'm in traffic and I see someone wearing the socks or maybe wearing something like the sweater, or they post it and the tag us and all that. That for me, that's more of an achievement to me than any other thing, because it's like you see something you create like a baby, and now it's growing, it's becoming big. You know, it's really, I see that to be more fulfilling, and it feels like an achievement to me. Yep.
That's it. Okay, did you just like stop your own work and like focus on this one, or did you like did it part-time at first before you fully committed to it?
Yeah, to be honest, while I was still working, like, I'm somebody, when the idea comes, I don't wait so much. I started it, and then my boss got to know, because I was managing the company Facebook account where I was. I started like, and so I was doing it along doing the work.
Okay.
So he for him specifically, he was a bit interested. At the same time, he was thinking, since he's an entrepreneur, he knew that there's no way I could juggle the two, because he started saying, oh, you need to resign, stuff like that. It got that serious, like I've been at work and orders will come in, I have to leave with my brother to sort it out. and the pressure started growing. So you had to leave one, and so it was like I had to resign. You know, it was worth it because that is always what I wanted to do anyway, to build something. So as it started and it started showing signs of growth, I had to just resign and moved on. So I've been doing that since I resigned from it. Yeah.
Did your brother like support you from the beginning, or did he say like,
they won, like
they won?
My name is Maunyo, and I'm the operations and brands manager for CHALÉ. Yeah.
So how do you find your job?
It's interesting and a bit difficult, but I think it's a challenge that I really love to do, because every day you have to be like on it. What are we doing? What's happening? Are we executing according to plan? And things like that. So it's fun, and also it's a learning process for everyone. So I think it's cool.
So your brother said you always like believed in him. Did you have like a moment where you're like, will this really work out?
I think mostly it's about trust. When you've worked over a period, you kind of get to know how the person thinks about things before he even puts it out there. So when he comes up with an idea, you know he has thought of it in a way before putting it out. So you kind of go with your guts with him that this is working. So I think when we were young, we used to fight a lot. So I think all our differences have been settled when we were young. So growing up, it's much more easier to work and move forward. Yeah.
So what is like the biggest accomplishment that you ever did in the company or like in your life?
Biggest?
Or that you're proud of, let's say that you're proud of.
Well, I'll say living everything and following what I love, like coming on this brand full time. I think that was one of the major decisions of my life, and it's something I'm proud of. And I think it's a big thing because it's not something people do always.
Yeah, that's true.
Moving from a secure job to being an entrepreneur and going full time. So I think it's one of the biggest. But I think the biggest challenge for me now is where it has to be. And I think so far it's been good. The curve has been a learning curve for me. I think so far so good. Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. Why the name CHALÉ in the first place? Because obviously in Ghana there's a lot of names.
Yeah.
So why that name?
CHALÉ.
Yeah.
I would say we want it to be organic. It's not like we didn't know the name CHALÉ is for everybody, right? But we wanted to own it in a way that when you think about CHALÉ, you think about product-wise, you think about what the quality and the kind of innovation we bring to design and product making, and also the story behind it. You know, we just feel that CHALÉ will be the name to channel that Ghanaian and African energy. You know, because it has the potential to cross borders without offending anyone. I know in some parts, maybe in South America, it might be a different meaning, but around us Africans, we see it as a name that we can all relate to, you know, and it's easy. I'm sure every day people mention CHALÉ like a million times. So it's just something that I feel is more relatable and easy on the tongue for everyone to
that's true.
CHALÉ songs.
And people will know like where it comes from as well.
Exactly. So it's like you're introducing Ghana indirectly in the conversation.
Yeah.
Sure.
So how was the like first 6 months like when you guys started? Because the first 6 months is always like very hard and difficult.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was a mix. I think looking back, 2015 September, that's when we launched. And people were building the anticipation on Facebook back then. And people were like, reserved for me, this and that. Like people were really interested. They were like, wow, this is something cool. So they were always wanted to have or get an update on what we were doing. So when we finally launched, it wasn't grand though. We were still young and we had ideas, but since it wasn't like a team together from start, I'm working, he's also busy with the stuff, but we're still building it. So it wasn't like a grand launch where you have an event or anything. We just launched it online and started selling.
Okay.
You know, and people really warmed up to it. At the same time, there was resistance because people were like, why would you want to sell socks? I think at that time it was about 30 CDs or 25, 30 CDs at that time. You can buy socks in Makola for 5 CDs. So why would they want to buy? We were able to convince them and let them appreciate the value.
Yeah.
You know,
because you guys are actually selling like a story and like culture as well.
Yeah, the culture, the story, and also the quality. Like we spend so much to make sure we deliver quality. We've got people who still got our first collection from 2015 to now, and it's still in good condition.
That's good, yeah.
So, aside all the story and what it means symbolically, there's also that quality that stays with you.
Who comes up with the ideas? Because you guys have like a lot of socks, obviously.
Yeah,
like simple ones, the ones with like Ghana, like simple.
Yeah, we actually have 3 categories of socks or design that we approach. Like we have the Eden Cry. You know, Eden Cry is already there. It's like symbolism, Ghanaian tradition, and all that stuff. And then we've got Kente, which is the same. It's a folklore thing. It's like it's been there way before we were born. So our idea is to just take it and improve upon it and try to continue it because it was started by some people. And if we all just got stuck on what they did, then we can further it. So maybe there are ways that we can further it as well. So CHALÉ Socks initially wanted to just use those symbolisms in a creative way to draw attention to them, and then from there we can now go into our own kind of designs and identity. So I designed them, but the ideas don't always come from me. It's like we discuss and feel this is how we can go based on what the customers, their needs are, and then we can now put them into a design that is appealing for them to appreciate. So when you say design and creative sort of stuff, products, I do that. I design.
Pandemic.
Yeah. So the pandemic actually, some people also thought, okay, this is the time to show love, maybe buy some CHALÉ products and send to their loved ones. You know, so it was both ways. But if you have something like a projection, the pandemic just threw it out of the window. You have to do scratching.
Your name and what you do in the company.
Okay, I'm Nana Kwesi and I'm the creative lead.
Do you like your job?
Yeah, I really like my job. I mean, you being able to do something that you have, you have fun doing. It's not like you always trying to like wake up from bed and be like, oh, it's another day for this job again.
Yeah.
It's a talent and it's also like it's fun doing these things. It's like you're always not trying to come up with ideas, try and decipher things that like can make the brand actually work, and also can even put like laughter and put laughter on people's face. Like it's amazing. It's amazing doing these things.
What is a big project that you ever did where you're like proud of it?
I think that was back in April when we did our first editorial or campaign for the athletics socks. I think you need to like see them and feel how they are high quality and they are good in texture too. That's a huge campaign for me. Yeah, that was a huge campaign for me. So, yeah.
Perfect. Your Instagram?
My Instagram is Yeezy Smalls, Twitter Yeezy Smalls, like every social media Yeezy Smalls. So
perfect. Thank you. Basically, I've seen you guys like expand not only socks, but you guys have like athletics and clothing. So tell us more about that.
Yeah, I think it was always going to come from the beginning how we started the brand. We knew we were going to start from the foot and go upwards. So once the socks has made its name and it has gained ground, we felt now it's time to also show what else we could do and express our creativity through clothing and also telling the story. Through clothing, as in what people can wear physically inside the socks. So that is how it came about, and I think we went in full time last year when we kind of creatively took some patterns from CHALÉ socks and then kind of scaled it onto sweaters, like a knitwear sweater. That was how we introduced the clothing, and people really loved it, and that's how we were going. And then we introduced a lot of Ghana just to drive up the patriotism in Ghana. People are.
So what are some future goals that you guys want to achieve? Like some things that you guys would be like, yeah, that would be mad if you could actually do that.
Yeah. Definitely. We are looking at having our own flagship store, starting from Ghana, Nigeria, probably New York, probably London. So that is how we would want to approach it.
Okay. So you already mentioned that you guys give back to the community, like your project. So yeah, just elaborate more on that so people will know. So if they can support, they can support you guys.
Sure. So our One CHALÉ project is actually targeted at kids in creative but deprived communities. So what do I mean by that? You have some communities that there's a lot of creative indigenous activities going on. Like we have people who weave baskets, people who weave kente, like they create stuff, but it's not really translating into financial, or they don't see so much from it. So we feel that it's by adding value to whatever they already do. And the best way to do that is to now be able to impact the kids who are growing up in those communities. To say, okay, maybe your parents are used to weaving kente, but if we are able to educate you to see that right from a younger age, you can now start adding value. Maybe you can design new ways of making kente and all that. Then you stand a chance of maximizing the potential of making economic gains from that product. It's already a product that is there, but there always must be value added. Grow and take it maybe school by school, college to college, or SHS to SHS, and spread that kind of message that they should not get distracted from just say being that I want to work in an office or not. They could build things on their own and also become their own bosses just through their own handwork. We know our customers have been supportive, but we are also opening up to people who would want to support in any way they can. You can always get in touch with us, and we will be having one this December as well. You can always join us, and let's go out there and support other people also, because they really need it. Yeah.
That's it. That's the questions that I had. It was not that hard.
Yeah, it was
not that hard.